Hey guys, it's Peice here. Today I'm gonna be editing a photo here and kind of showing you some guidelines, or not really guidelines, just kind of what I do when I edit a picture. Kind of what I do with colors and what I do with lighting and background, and just talk about this picture in the meantime. So hope you enjoy this. I took this picture back in January with the talented Mr. Leigh over here, and the makeup was done by our friend Moonlit Sky Tommy. Um, so I took this picture in January in Leigh's room, actually, and oh, and what I wanted to do was initially a picture for my Renaissance series, a project that I've done with queer men and shooting them in nude as Renaissance style paintings. That was actually very interesting for me, and I think everybody involved, because I've always mixed drawings and paintings together for my photographs, and that series I shot the men as how they would be portrayed during the Renaissance paintings era. And actually, I don't know what I'm doing here. So first of all, what I did was make sure the painting was, the background was all white. And we were actually very lucky because well, Leigh's curtains over here were so long and just like a nice solid background. And we used his table lamp for the photo. I honestly just didn't feel like bringing such big lightings that day. It was cold, January kind of cold, you know what I mean? So let's actually start with duplicating a layer here. And what I like to go through in every picture is every single detail that you could see one by one. So I would like to bring up the exposure already. See how beautiful it looks already, thanks to that beautiful background that we had. And maybe bring down the temperature a little bit. Just makes everything, it just kind of gets rid of that yellow hue from the cheap IKEA lamp. Which I'm not talking shit about IKEA lamps. I mean, it helped my photos for 2-3 years straight before I purchased the big lights. Now, it's looking beautiful already, but I do like to just go through colors just a little bit. I just feel like you can see kind of red's a little too red, and I can just kind of fix that like this, just make it nicer. And I can just fix that like this, just kind of make it nicer and get rid of all the yellow, so it kind of has that painting vibe. I do a lot of sliding, just because you never really, you need, my thing is I just experiment, and if it looks good, hey, we got it, you know what I mean? Because I didn't go to college and did photography, so, and I'm actually really glad that I didn't really have to ever feel like photography was a chore for me, that I have to make, or write essays, and instead of kind of developing ideas and actually doing photography. I feel like there's a lot of write up, but I'm sure a lot of people would disagree as well, which is fine. I'm glad that I just didn't have to feel that kind of mm, how would you even describe it? Like, need for it. So look, I'm just gonna actually be a little lazy and edit his skin just a little bit to make it a bit more smoother and glossier, because we're not really trying to, replicate real life here. We're creating a painting. Actually, no, I love the hair legs. Okay, so we're done here, and what I would probably do right now is get this pen over here, bring up the exposure, and with this pen you can just paint light over things. Isn't that so fucking cool? I mean, I probably wouldn't do it this carelessly in normal times, but for the purpose of this video, I'm not gonna bore anyone to death by being overly perfectionisty. I'm not sure if that's a word, but it's a word right now that I'm using. So that looks good already. I mean, I feel like I probably should have done this when I first edited it. But then again, it's always easier to edit photos exactly in the same way after you've discovered the ways that you want to do them in. So if you just kind of like, I already remember, I remember the structure that I went with in terms of the editing of this picture. So it's saving me a lot of time. Now that's done. Now secondly, this face over here is gonna be the shadow that's going here to make it that Gemini effect, let's say. I'm sure it's not called Gemini effect, but I'm just like one of those vegan people that need to talk about how they're vegans all the time, except I'm a Gemini and I always mention it. And I feel like probably everyone's getting sick of it, but if when you need to know, you need to know. Okay, I'm kidding. Anyways, I'm just kidding. Now look, if we just, of course, we're gonna have to actually open the brightness and contrast and make sure to kind of blend that in first. It's looking okay. We'll do something else. We're gonna go into curves. First of all, yes. You know what? No, not a yes. I think we just need to follow the procedures and the guidelines that I've given myself, but not following. You see, it kind of looks a little grainy, but I'm sure God watches over. Okay, that actually doesn't look too bad. Now, I want to blend that in, of course. So let's just, I feel like anyone that's watching this video up until now is at least somewhat interested in photography and would maybe hopefully know the stuff that I'm doing, so I don't need to like talk about it excessively. But yeah. Oh, what's going on? Oh my goodness, I thought I just accidentally stopped the recording. That would have been something else. but we didn't do that. Now I'm just kind of blending this together, making it look nicer. You know, you always gotta blend. Okay. I feel like it could be like nicer. So I'm gonna use this wrap tool. Just bring this over here because I want the face to be looking higher, but I don't want the shoulder to be here. So you can just kind of cheat, you know. That's beautiful. Oh, that's good. Oh, look at that. That is what I'm talking about. Iconic. I love that. Don't you love that? I just think it's just so magical. And we just need to blend that a little nicely. And if anyone's wondering, I'm using a Wacom tablet for the editing and the brushing, all the pen tools and stuff like that, and just moving the mouse in general. I've been using it since 2014 actually. It's just amazing. It's been such a saving grace for me. Now, I feel like we can duplicate this layer just once and add a little more blackness to the shadow and just make it a bit more prominent. I think that's the word. Isn't that nice? I actually just love that. Now, of course, the shot that I initially chose for the original photo was a bit more in focus, so please take that into consideration. Now, let's do some color correction. Again, you just have to kind of eyeball it. I know I'm starting to sound like an Italian grandma, but you have to just eyeball things and just see what looks good. Every photos are different. The colors in the photos are different. The lighting's different. I actually love this. Yes. Oh my god. So, I actually forgot to do one thing. In the original photo, I actually blended this together. So, this outline of the skin is just gone. Do you see the difference? I mean, it's something that I probably only see, and I'm a little psychotic like that. I just need to do small little details in the picture because I feel like it just fulfills me. Like when I upload a picture or release or send to a client or whatever, and then afterwards I kind of realize, oh, I could have done that, and then I'm just thinking about it the whole time. But most of the times I actually just make sure to remember that while I'm editing the photo, so you're not constantly unhappy with your work. Sometimes you just gotta remember to do shit. Yeah, I actually like this. It's very subtle, but it's very effective. Now, I want to make this ballerina thingy over here more pinker. So we're just gonna play around with this. I think that's looking nice. And I can press Ctrl and I to just invert everything and just paint it on. Ugh, that's just so fucking nice. like actually gives me joy to look at it, isn't, because it's just so pretty, it's so beautiful. Like being able to like have the skill to like make things look like maybe not, I don't know, whatever times as beautiful in my mind, and just like enjoy it is so nice. Like look at the difference. Oh, I just fucking love that. Now what I would probably do is I would use a canvas brush. If I can find it. Okay. You know what? Let's just use this one. I think this is canvas one. So what I use to edit actually is these canvas brushes, and I can paint on the skin like this. Can you see? It's very realistic. It's so beautiful and satisfying. That's it. Like, it just, oh, I actually don't like this one. I probably don't use this particular one, but you get the idea. You can just kind of just put more highlights and everything, and kind of bring some textures out where it isn't so noticeable that it's been painted on, but it still gives you that feeling of not really looking at a photograph, that flat two-dimensional feeling of a painting, because the light has been, you know, put in manually. So I feel like you just have to add that kind of sense of fakeness to make it look like this is not a human body, that this has been drawn on. I think I might add a little bit more shadows. Oh my god, I love this. Why is this looking better than the original? Okay, so this series or whatever videos I'm gonna be doing is probably gonna just be me editing pictures that I've already done and then doing it again, but maybe in a different way. Ah, shit, we'll see. Oh my god. No, not this. Not this, honey. I fucking love that. That's it. That's it. So, it is not exactly the same as the original. Actually, I feel like I painted on more shit this time around. But I love it. So, yeah, this is it. It's been, what, 19 minutes? Whoa. This was an achievement for me, you guys. I usually spend more than half an hour just staring at the photo and like going like over crazy details and just like making differences that only I would see in like details. But hey, you know what? I'm still gonna keep doing that. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial editing a photo together video, and I'm gonna tag Leigh and Moonlit Sky in this video as well, so you can check out their stuff. Okay, well, catch you later.